are going to learn on symmetry elements. That is a very much fundamental lesson for your group theory. So first of all, what is symmetry elements? Actually, symmetry elements means it can be a performing of a reflection or a rotation and leaves the molecule to an orientation that can be indistinguishable for the original one. That means the original position and your last resulted one will not be differentiated from each other. That should be same. So that is the symmetry elements or symmetry operations. There are 5 types of symmetry elements we can see. So first of all, let's look at what are the symmetry elements we are going to study today. Identity of symmetry, center of symmetry, rotation axis, plane of symmetry, and improper axis of symmetry. It can be designated as E, I, C, N, sigma, and Sn. So first, what is identity of symmetry? Actually, identity of symmetry means doing nothing for the molecule. That means rotating the molecule about 360 degrees means there isn't any change in the molecule. So that is the identity of symmetry. If we see the example like that, this chlorine molecule, we can name this atom 1 and 2, and then if you rotate by 360 degrees, your molecule will be same like this 1 and 2. So it means doing nothing for the molecule. In the universe, each and every molecule possesses this kind of symmetry, identity of symmetry. Then we want to focus on center of inversion or the center of symmetry, that is I. Then I will take the example as PtCl4 like this. If we draw a straight line going through this platinum atom like this, the equivalent atoms that meets in the equivalent distance. Here one Cl atom is there and same distance there is another Cl atom at the other position. That is the center of symmetry. Sometimes it can be a rotation around 180 degrees. But if you take this one, this BF3 molecule, we cannot take such a center of symmetry because, so this is the straight line going through boron atom. For this fluorine atom, there isn't any fluorine atom in the other side. So you cannot take center of inversion. Here also for this fluorine atom, you cannot take such a fluorine atom there. Here also same. So BF3 molecule will not show any center of inversion. So that is the center of symmetry. Then we want to study on rotation axis. That is Cn. Here Cn means rotating around such an angle. That angle will be 360 over one angle. For example, if you take this BF3 molecule, first you want to see from which axis you can rotate this molecule. In that case, you need to see when the axis is going through the center, it can be rotated or not. You know this BF3 atom is having an angle of 120 degrees. So if you rotate through this axis, this F atom goes here, this F atom goes there. Likewise, you can take an axis through the middle of the boron atom. That is the rotation. And the resultant molecule is indistinguishable for each other. So your resultant one will be like this. If we name these atoms like 1, 2 and 3, then the resultant one will be like this. Now we are going to rotate through the middle. That means C3. Then your resulted one will be F1, F3 and F2. Why this 3 comes? Because the angle is 120, then 360 over 120 means it is 3. So this is C3 axis. Likewise, you can think about the rotation axis. Other symmetry element is plane of symmetry, that is sigma. This is not a rotation actually. This is just putting a plane. If you think about this water molecule, if you put a plane like this, you can just separate this water molecule into two halves. You can just separate the molecule into two halves. If we name the atoms as 1 and 2, the resultant one will be 2 and 1. So the resultant one will be a mirror image of the first one. So that is actually a separation, not a rotation. So this sigma can be categorized for 3 types. That is sigma V, then sigma H and sigma D. Here I will take the example as PtCl4. Always this sigma V contains the principal rotation axis or the two-fold symmetry axis. Here if you put a mirror plane on this axis, you can separate the molecule into two halves. That is a mirror image. So this will be the sigma V. Same like that, this axis also a mirror image similar to this one. This is also sigma V. But sigma H will be totally different. Sigma H means it is having a plane perpendicular to the principal rotation axis. For PtCl4, you can rotate the molecule through the middle of this platinum atom. And here the angle will be 90 degrees. So the rotation axis is C4. So you can rotate the molecule by 90 degrees and get the same molecule. So the rotation axis is C4, then your sigma H will be this plane. Sigma H will be this plane. Rotation around Pt atom, and the sigma H is perpendicular to that axis. So this is your sigma H. This is your sigma H. Then you want to know what is sigma D. For the same molecule, we can see. Now we know this is one sigma V, this is another sigma V. This is also sigma V, this is also sigma V. The two axes that can be bisect the two sigma V or two-fold symmetry. Here two sigma V's are there in the both positions, but you can divide that into two or you can bisect it. That is this plane. So this is another plane that is called as dihedral plane or sigma D. Likewise, here this one also sigma V, but you can cut like this, you can divide like this. This is also such a dihedral plane. Always sigma D should be in between of two sigma V. Sigma D should be in between of two sigma we want to think about the improper axis of symmetry, that is SN. SN means first you want to perform a axis of rotation. Sometimes that be C2, C3, C4 or any other things. First you want to perform axis of rotation, then you need to add a mirror plane. That mirror plane should be perpendicular to the principal rotation axis or axis we use in the beginning. If we take this BF3 molecule, and I will number as 1, 2 and 3, and we know the principal rotation axis will be C3, that is going through the boron atom. So you can think first the rotation of C3. So resultant molecule will be like this. Here you are rotating around C3 axis. Then you want to put a mirror plane. This mirror plane should be perpendicular to the principal rotation axis. Here principal rotation axis means the highest value of n. The plane which is the axis which is having the highest value of n. For BF3 we know C3 is the highest one. So that is the principal rotation axis or the highest order of rotation. That is another name. So now we are going to put a mirror plane. Actually this mirror plane is always a sigma h. Why it is sigma h? Because always this mirror plane going perpendicular to the rotation axis. So this is your rotation axis and you are putting a mirror like this. So your resultant one will be same like this. This is F3, F1, F2. Resultant one same like this. Because this is the rotation axis and you are putting a mirror like this. Then that mirror go through half of these 3 F atom and half of the middle atom. That means that will divide the molecule into 2 halves. So same molecule will come. Then if you see the original one and your resultant one can be same, then you can say improper axis symmetry is possible. Here, even if these numbers are different, in the reality, you know these 2 molecules are same. All are fluorine atom. So we can say these 2 are indistinguishable. These 2 are indistinguishable. So improper axis of symmetry is there. So that is S3. S3 also there are 2 types. Another one S3 2. So how this S3 2 comes? Actually in the BF3 molecule you can rotate in the middle. So this is your C3 axis. And C3 means that is rotating by 120 degrees. But at the same time you can rotate it by 240 degrees. That twice of the 120. That is C3 2. If you write the symmetry element as C3, always you want to write this number 2. Because this C3 contains C31 and C32. You can rotate by 120 and also you can rotate by 240. So that is why S3 also same like 2S3. One is S31, other one is S32. So you want to be very careful on those things. And if we number like this 1, 2, 3, and you want to rotate by 240. That means this F3 will goes there. So your resultant one will be here F3, then this is F2 and this is F1. So this is your resultant one. Anyhow, these two are indistinguishable in the reality. So C32 is possible, and you can convert it into S32. How you want to add a mirror plane? You want to put a mirror plane perpendicular to the rotation axis. Then same molecule will come. Same molecule will come. And these two are indistinguishable. So S32 is possible. So these are the main types of symmetry elements. So now let's explain those things with some examples. Then you can properly understand how to write those symmetric operations. So before going for the examples, when you are writing symmetry operations or symmetry element for a molecule, you need to indicate symmetry operation as well as the Schoenfeld symbols or the point groups. Schoenfeld symbols means point groups. So how to determine the point groups? Actually, if we take the example as BF3, you can take the symmetry elements like this: E, 2C3, then 3C2, 3 sigma V and sigma H, also 2S3. So these are the symmetry elements in BF3 molecule. On the other hand, if you take the water molecule, the symmetry elements will be E, C2, sigma V and sigma V dash. From these two symmetry elements, you need to determine what is the point group or what is the Schoenfeld symbol. So how to determine that? Normally there are a lot of Schoenfeld symbols are there, starting from C1, C2, CS, then these are C types, then D types are also there, D2H, D3H, D6H, then D2V, like that. There are a lot of point groups. So you need to determine for which point groups they are going to fit. So when you see these point groups, Schoenfeld symbols, you can clearly see that there are only two types, C and D. First you need to determine each symmetry operations belong to C group or D group. So how to determine that? Here you can see the principal rotation axis is C3, and then you want to see how many other C2s are there. Principal rotation axis is C3, then you need to see how many other C2s are there. Here you can see there are another 3 C2s. If the number of those C2 axes are same to the principal rotation axis or higher, that means here the principal rotation axis is 3, then here you have 3 C2 axes. So the number is same, or sometimes it can be higher. Then your point group will be D. Okay. For these examples, this is the principal rotation axis and the number is 2. Then you need to see how many other C2s. There isn't any C2s are possible here. So this is the only one. So if the other C2s are less than the principal rotation number, that is C groups. Here there isn't any C2 axis, so the point group in C group. So that is how we are going to indicate the Schoenfeld symbol. In Schoenfeld symbol, next one is the number of the highest rotation. Here C3 is the highest one, so your group will be D3. Here also C2 is the principal rotation axis, so this is C2. Then you need to indicate the plane of symmetry, whether it is H or V like that. For this one, V also there, H also there. But you need to give priority to H. You need to give priority for the H. So this is D3H point group. This is D3H point group. For this one, here you cannot find sigma H. Then only you can go for the sigma V. So here sigma V is there. So this is C2V group. So that is how you are going to see, you are going to know which point group is there. So now let's move on to some examples, and we want to write symmetry operation and also the point group. Example is bromochlorofluoromethane. It is like this. This is bromochlorofluoromethane. So when you see this, definitely identity of symmetry is there. Then you want to see first rotation axis of symmetry. Here this is a tetrahedral molecule and all the atoms are different each other. If you rotate the molecule, what happens? The configuration of the molecule will be changed. So you can't rotate the molecule in a particular axis. So rotation axis is not there. So axis of rotation is absent. Then you want to see plane of symmetry. Here also you can't take a plane because this is tetrahedral molecule and some atoms are coming out, some atoms are going inside. So you cannot take such a plane, because if you separate the molecule into such a plane, then the two halves will be different. So you can't take the plane of symmetry. So if the plane of symmetry is not there, if the rotation axis is not there, you can't take improper axis of symmetry also. And if you see the inversion of symmetry, this is a tetrahedral molecule, there isn't any bromine atom in this position. Here also there isn't any fluorine atom in there. So inversion also absent. So E is the, or identity of symmetry is the only symmetry operation here. So if E is the only symmetry element, your Schoenfeld symbol will be C1. So the symmetry of elements are E and your Schoenfeld symbol will be C1. So let's see the second examples. CH2, CH2F, Cl, chlorofluoromethane. It will be like this. You can write it like this. These H atoms are in the plane and one fluorine atom coming out and the other Cl atom going inside. You can write like this. So what are the symmetry elements? E is there, then rotation. Here also you can't rotate the molecule because other two atoms are different each other. So if you rotate the molecule, the resultant one will be different from the original one. So you can't take a rotation axis. But if you think about the plane of symmetry, Do you remember the plane in water molecule? There is a different plane. That kind of plane can be applied here. This is that plane. So, what is that plane? The plane going through middle of this carbon atom. Then at the same time it cuts half of the edge and center of these things. And one F is there, other Cl is there in the inside. You can separate the molecule into two halves because here in these two hydrogen atoms half will be cut. Here also F is in the outside, chlorine is in the inside. So molecules can be cut into two halves. So there is a plane. We can't say it is sigma V or sigma H. You can just name it as sigma. Sometimes sigma V dash also correct. So if the symmetry operations are E and sigma V, then your point group or the Schoenfeld symbol will be CS. Okay. So let's move on to next example. That is CHClBr twice. CHClBr twice. So the molecule will be like this. ClBr H. Here also HCl, then Br. And I am not going to show you the 3D conformation. Here also one atom will be in the inside and the other atom will be in the outside, because if you take this portion, it is a tetrahedral like molecule, but anyhow it is not going to locate in a plane. So what are the symmetry elements? E is possible for every molecule, and if you rotate the molecule, I explained you earlier also, this is a tetrahedral structure, so you can't take such a rotation axis because everything will be different. But here you can see the inversion. This is the center and you can draw the straight line. Here also you can draw the straight line. So in this side hydrogen is there, at the same time in the same distance there is another hydrogen. Like that there is another chlorine. So you can take center of inversion. Then plane of symmetry. This is not in a plane. Everything, one atom in the outside, other atom in the inside, so you cannot take a plane of symmetry. If those things are absent, then you can't take improper axis of symmetry. So E and I is the only possible symmetry elements. If E and I is there, your Schoenfeld symbol will be Ci. So this is CHClBr twice, and these are the symmetry element and Schoenfeld symbol. So let's move on to the next example. The next example will be hydrogen peroxide, H2O2. From your A-level knowledge, you know hydrogen peroxide is like this. It is not a planar molecule. These two hydrogen atoms are not in the plane. It is just look like a laptop. Like this is not in a plane. So plane of symmetry is absent really. But you can rotate the molecule. So E is possible, and you can rotate the molecule in this center like this by 180 degrees. So this is going like this C2 axis. Otherwise you can't take this C2 axis, because if you take this C2 axis, this hydrogen goes there, this hydrogen goes there, the configuration of the hydrogen peroxide will be different in the resultant molecule. So you can't take that axis, but you can take this C2 axis going through the middle. So C2 is possible. And you can't take a plane because this is not a planar molecule. Anyhow, you can't take a plane for this. And if you think about the sigma h, that is the plane perpendicular to the principal rotation axis. So this is the principal rotation axis and this is the sigma h. Here also one hydrogen in the inside position and other one in the outside position. So everything will be different if you cut the whole molecule. So sigma h is also not possible. Then improper axis also not possible. I is also not possible. If you draw like this, but in reality these hydrogens are not in the same distance. So I is also absent. So E and C2 are the only possible symmetry elements. So your Schoenfeld symbol will be C2. But in the hydrogen peroxide, there is another type of configuration is there. That is called as planar hydrogen peroxide or cis hydrogen peroxide. It is like this. One hydrogen coming out and the same time other hydrogen also coming out. So in this kind of configuration, you can take C2 axis like this. You can rotate the molecule by 180 degrees. So E is possible, C2 is possible. Then the same axis that contains a plane. This is another plane you can take. So the plane that contains the C2 axis or the principal rotation axis is called as sigma V. And so sigma V also possible. So for this, but sigma H is not possible because you just think about the water molecule. So sigma H is not possible. So these are the only possible symmetry elements for planar hydrogen peroxide. So from this you can take the Schoenfeld symbol will be C2V. Anyhow, most abundantly normal hydrogen peroxide are there. So the point group or the Schoenfeld symbol will be C2. But rarely you can write C2V also. So next example will be CH2 Cl2. Here you can write the molecule like this. One Cl atom coming out and other Cl atom going inside. So what are the symmetry elements? First you want to see rotation axis. Here you can see a rotation axis because the axis going through middle of the carbon atom and that separates the two hydrogen atoms in this middle position. That is this C2 axis. So you can rotate the molecule like this. So this is proper axis of rotation, that is C2. And on the other hand, you can see another plane of symmetry, because if the C2 is possible, then definitely you can take the same plane sigma V. Here if you take a mirror plane like this, that contain the same proper axis of rotation C2. So you can take sigma V also. And there is another plane. There is another plane that is going half of the molecule like this. So this plane cut half of the hydrogen, here also half of the hydrogen, half of the carbon atom, that's only. And one Cl is in the outside, other Cl is in the inside. So you can get two similar halves. So that is somewhat different plane, that is called as sigma V dash. Already we studied about this sigma V dash. The family example is water molecule. But can you take sigma H? No, because the principal rotation axis is C2. Always the sigma H is perpendicular to the principal rotation axis. So if you take a perpendicular line, the things will be different. The resultant molecule, the configuration will be different. So this is H2Cl. So the symmetry elements will be EC2, sigma V and sigma V dash. So your Schoenfeld symbol will be C2V. Okay, so let's move on to the next example, that is BF3. This is very much familiar molecule. When you are writing the symmetry elements, the main thing you want to indicate each and every symmetry operations diagrammatically. That's a very important one. We know in the proper axis of rotation, the C3 is there. You can rotate the molecule through the middle, that is C3 axis. If you rotate the molecule, you may get like this: F1, F2, F3. So this is your C3 axis. If you write C3, always you want to know there is another C, that is C3 2. So your symmetry elements, you want to write C3, but you want to write 2 also, because one is C3 1, other one is C3 2. So this is the only proper axis of symmetry, or the proper axis going through the middle. And at the same time you can think about another C2. If the molecule is like this, and if you take the rotation axis like this, so this is one C2. You can rotate the molecule through this axis. So this F's come there and this F goes there. So you can write the resultant molecule like this. If this is 1 and 2, this is 3, this one also 3, but F2 and F1 will be different. Here F2, this is F1. If you can take this C2 axis, same like that you can take other C2, other 2 axes also. So altogether 3 other C2s are possible, that is going through the axes. So 3 C2 are possible. So what else? So the proper axes are like that. Then you want to know what are the planes. In this molecule, the same plane that goes with the C2 is a one plane. Here this is your C2 axis, but at the same time you can take another plane also, because you know sigma V always contains the C2 axis. So this is your sigma V. And also this is another plane. So this is another sigma V, and this is also another plane. This is also sigma V. So you can take 3 sigma V also. And you want to see whether the horizontal plane is there or not, that is sigma H. this is your principal rotation axis, and the plane perpendicular to that axis is like this. That will cut half of these 3 F atoms and half of the boron atom. This is that plane. So this is the sigma H. So that gives 2 similar halves. So sigma H also possible. If C3 is there, definitely improper axis S3 also possible. But in S3 also there are 2 types, S31 and S32. So you want to write 2S3. Inversion of symmetry, that is not possible because through this straight line there isn't any F atom in the other position. I told you earlier also. So these are the possible symmetry elements for BF3. And you want to indicate each operation very much completely. So what is the point group? Here 3 is the principal rotation axis, but similar number of other C2s are there. So the number is 3, but similar number of C2s are there. So that is D group. Then the highest rotation is 3. Then you want to give priority for the plane H. So this is D3H point group. Okay, your next example will be PtCl4. PtCl4 2 minus. It will be like this. This is a planar molecule and each axis is oriented with 90 degrees. So when you are going to see the symmetry elements, first you want to see the rotation through the middle. Always you need to see the rotation through the middle first. So if you rotate the molecule through the middle by 90 degrees, surely C4 is there. Surely C4 is there because this Cl goes here, this Cl goes here. Like that you can write C1, C2, C3, C4. Your resultant molecule will be C1, C2, C3, C4. If you write this C4, in C4 there are 4 types, C1, C4-2, C4-3, then C4-4. C4-1 means this one, this operation. C4-2 means 90 into 2, that is 180. That is C2. So you can't write C4-2. Then C4-3. C4-3 means 270 degrees. So you can write that one. But C4-4 means that is 360 degrees. That is similar to E. So you can't write this one also. So in the C4 also you can have the number 2. 2 C4. So that is the one proper axis. Then you need to see if the C4 is possible, surely C2 also possible. But that C2 going through the middle. So you can rotate the molecule through middle 180 degrees. So another C2 is possible. So that's all about the proper axes through the middle. Then you want to see the proper axes in the planes. Here one plane will be like this. Another similar plane is there. So this is another C2, this is another C2. These two C2s are same. But it should be different to this C2 because this C2 going through the middle and these C2s are going through the axes. So we can call it as C2 dash. At the same time, if you take this axis, these are another C2 axes. So this is called C2 double dash. This is also C2 double dash. Different type of C2. So you can write C2 double dash also. So let's write clearly. So what are the symmetry elements up to now? E, 2C4, then C2 going through the middle, then 2C2 dash, then 2C2 double dash. And you know, inversion also possible. I already explained that one. I is also possible for this case. Then you need to see what are the planes. Now there is a trick actually. If you see C2 dash is there, the same number of sigma V also there. If the C2 dash is there, similar number of sigma V also there. Here two C2s are there, so 2 sigma V's are possible. These are those sigma V's. Those sigma V's. If you have 2C2 dash, definitely you have 2 sigma D. This is that sigma D or the dihedral planes. These are the dihedral planes. Always these dihedral planes oriented with C2 double dash axis. You want to memorize that actually. Then no need to think, if C4 is there, surely S4 is possible. In the S4 also there are two types, S4-1 and also S4-3. S4-2 means actually C2. So you can't write like that. So 2S4 is possible. So these are the symmetry elements for PTCl4. Now what is the Schoenfeld symbol? Here the highest order or the principal rotation number is 4, and there are other C2s is 4. So both things are same. So if the things are same or higher, that means other C2s are higher, the group will be D. Then the highest number will be 4. Then in the plane of symmetry you need to give priority for the H. So this is D4H point group. So this is the symmetry element for PTCl4. Next example will be C2H4. Actually C2H4 is like this kind of molecule. And if you see the symmetry operations, E is possible. Then first you want to see the proper axis through the middle. Here this is the middle, and you can rotate the molecule easily by 180 degrees. This H will come here, this H will go there. So this is one axis, this is C2. Actually C2 is the only possible one, because you can't take C3, that is 120 degrees. You can't take C4 also, there isn't any angle around 90 degrees. So you can't take C4 also. So C2 is the only possible axis, and this is the one going through the middle. And this is another one going through the axes. This is another C2. So that is C2 dash, different C2. And this one, this is another C2. This is C2 double dash. So these are the proper axes. Then you want to see the plane of symmetry. What are the planes? I told you earlier also, if C2 dash, C2 double dash is there, sigma V, actually C2 dash is possible. If the C2 dash is possible, surely C2V, sigma V is possible. So that is sigma V. If C2 double dash is possible, I told you, sigma D also possible. But here sigma D cannot take because this axis, this is the C2 double dash axis that correlates with sigma D, but this will not bisect two sigma V axes. This will not bisect two sigma V axes. So you can't take sigma D. So that is also sigma V. So you can take 2 sigma V. Then this is a planar molecule. So you can think about the sigma H. That is the horizontal mirror plane. This is the highest order of rotation or the principal rotation axis, and the plane perpendicular to the rotation axis is this one. So this is your sigma H. That sigma H will cut half of the each and every atoms. So separate the molecule into two halves. So that is sigma H. Then this one, this straight line, one hydrogen is there, another hydrogen is there in the same distance. So I is also possible. If C2 is possible, surely S2 also possible. But you can't write S2 because S2 always correlate with I, center of inversion. If you write I, you can't write S2. So these are the symmetry elements. Symmetry element you can see in C2H4. So what is the point group? Here highest order of rotation is C2, but there are a lot of other C2s are here. 1, 2. That is similar to the highest number. So surely this is D group, and highest number is 2, and H also possible. So you need to give priority to H. So this is D2H group. So let's move on to your next example. That is CH3 CCl3. Actually the molecule is like this: Cl, Cl, Cl. Here also H, H, H. But in 3D configurations, you know, one hydrogen atom going outside, one Cl atom going outside, other one going inside. Okay. So the whole molecule will not be a planar one. E is possible, but plane of symmetry is not possible. You can't take any plane like this. And if you just forget about this part, this is just look like CH4 molecule, tetrahedral molecule. For a tetrahedral molecule, these three things are just look like a pyramid. These three things are just look like a pyramid. And you can just rotate through 120 degrees. Then one Cl goes there, this Cl will come here, and this Cl will come here. So you can rotate around 120 degrees. So that is C3. So if you rotate the molecule through the middle, each and every atoms will be changed by 120 degrees. So you can take that axis, this pyramid axis, that is called C3. If you write C3, C3 2 is possible, so you want to write 2 also. And I is not possible, center of inversion. Here it is there, here Cl is there. So you can't take a center of inversion. If the C3 is possible, S3 also possible. But if you take S3, in the second operation you are going to add mirror image sigma h. Then everything will be cut into two halves. But if you cut into two halves, the things will be different. So you can't think about the improper axis of symmetry. So E and C3 are the only possible symmetry elements. So your point group will be C3. This is your Schoenfeld symbol. Okay, let's focus on your next example, ammonia. This is your NH3 molecule. It look like this. There is a lone pair here also. This is just look like your previous example. Here also you can take that pyramid. So from this axis you can rotate the molecule by 120 degrees, that is C3. So E is possible, then C3 is possible. If C3 is there, you won't write 2C3. Then if you rotate through this plane, this is just look like BF3 molecule. All these things are in triangle, 120 degrees. So definitely you can take this sigma V axis also. Here one sigma V, this is your another sigma V, and this is the other sigma V. Because the actuality, the molecule look like this. NH, H, and one H, the lone pairs are here. So you can just rotate the middle. And like BF3 molecule, you can take the sigma V axes. So 3 sigma V's are possible. But sigma H is not possible because this is the highest order of rotation, your principal rotation axis. Then perpendicular to the plane will be like this. Then the molecule will be changed. So sigma H is not possible. So improper axis of symmetry also absent, because in improper axis also you are going to put a mirror plane. In the final position you are going to put sigma H. So again the molecule will be changed. So you can't take S3 also. So these are the possible symmetry operations. So your point group will be C3V. This is your Schoenfeld symbol. Your next example will be benzene. Benzene. In the case of benzene, what are the symmetry elements? Here E is possible. So when you are writing your next symmetry element, you need to see first through the middle. So this is your middle, and here you know the internal angle will be 60 degrees. Okay, the internal angle will be 60 degrees. So 360 into 60 divided by 60 means 6. So C6 axis also possible. So you can rotate through the middle. Then if you rotate like this hydrogen comes here, this hydrogen goes there. So C6 is possible, but if you write C6, you should write 2C6. Why? C61, C62, C63, C64, C65 and C66 are there. C61 means normal one. C62 means 60 into 2, that means 120. That is similar to C3. So you can't write this one. Then C63 means that is 180. that is similar to C2. So you can't write this one. Then 60 into 4 means 240. 240 means that is C3 2. So you can't write this one also. But you can write C6 5. That is 300 degrees. C6 6 means that is identity of symmetry. So these are the two C6s are there. So this is through the middle. If you have C6 through the middle, definitely you have C3 through the middle. Here you can rotate the molecule by 120 degrees also. If you have C6, definitely you have C2 also there. So these are the axes going through the middle. Then you want to see through the axes what are the rotations. This is your one axis. This is C2. But here there is a one C2 going through the middle. So this one will be C2 dash. Different C2. Here also different one. Similar to this. This is also C2 dash. And this one also C2 dash. So 3 C2 dash are possible. And this angle, this axis will be a different kind of C2, that is C2 double dash. So according to this, you can take this axis and also this axis. So 3C2 double dash is possible. Then I told you earlier, if C2 dash is there, definitely sigma V also there. So 3C2 dash, 3 sigma V dash. This is that plane. If C2 double dash is there, definitely sigma D is possible. So 3 sigma D. And here one atom at the same distance in the opposite side you have another hydrogen atom. So inversion also possible. Then final one, improper axis. If you have C6, definitely you have S6. So 2S6. If you have C3, definitely you have S3. So that is 2S3. If you have C2, definitely you have C2, S2. But you can't write S2 because you have written I. So these are your symmetry elements. So what is the point group actually? Highest order of rotation is 6. The number is 6. Then you want to see how many other C2s are there. Here 3C2. Here 3C2. Altogether 6 C2s are there. So the number is similar. If the number is similar or higher, the group will be D. So the highest order of rotation is 6. Then in the planes you need to give priority to sigma H. So this is D6H. And I forgot one thing. This is the axis going through the middle, and you can take the perpendicular plane. This is sigma H. So your point group will be D6H. So let's move on to the next example, SF6. Your next example will be SF6. Actually, when you take SF6, it is somewhat different molecule. It is a complex molecule. You know, SF6 has a configuration or has a shape of octahedral. Octahedral molecules contain the point group or the Schoenfeld symbol octahedral. Actually, according to these symmetry elements, you can take the Schoenfeld symbol also octahedral. It is OH. So you want to see how these elements are coming. So how the C3 axis comes? I already explained you in NH3 molecule there is a pyramid like this and we took C3 axis. Here in SF6 also you can take that axis. So this is your C3 axis. If C3 is there, C3 2 also possible. So similar like that you can take this pyramid also and you can take this pyramid also. Likewise all together you have 4 pyramids. 4 into 2 that is 8. That is why you got 8C3. Then you want to know 6 C2s are there. So in the middle one F atom is there and other F atom is there in the inside of the plane. And these 4 atoms are in the plane. These 2 atoms are out of the plane. So if you put a plane like this, that axis will be a C2 axis. So similar like that you have 6 axes, so you have 6 C2. Each and everything's rotating through the middle. Then you have 6 C4. So this is SF6. These 4 atoms are in the plane. So similar to the PTCl4, it just look like this. These 4 atoms are in the plane. It has 90 degrees of angle, so definitely it has C4. If the C4 is there, you can write C4 3 also. C4 and C4 3. Likewise, this one is another plane. Likewise, you can take 3 planes. So 3 into 2, 6 C4s you can get. Then 3 C2s are possible. How that C2s are coming? You want to indicate all these very much clearly. So this is 1 C2. This is the other C2. This is the other C2. So different C2s are there, 3 different C2s. And 6 S4 also there because C4 is there, so definitely S4 also possible. Then how the sigma H comes? Similar to PTCl4 molecule, we know these 4 atoms are in the plane. So your principal rotation axis going through this, that is the highest order of rotation is C4. C4 is going through this. Then this is your sigma H plane. Cut all these atoms into halves. So this is sigma H plane. Similar to this, you can take another sigma H plane like this and another plane like this. So altogether 3 sigma H are possible. C2 and if you write like this, this plane just look like in the PTCl4 molecule C2 double dash molecule. So here also 1 and here also another 1 C2 double dash. And one F is there, other F is inside. So there are another C2. So C2 double dash correlate with sigma D. So altogether 6 sigma D's are possible. So this SF6 is somewhat difficult there are a lot of symmetry elements are there, but you need to write very much proper. Next example will be methane molecule, CH4. This is very much frequent, very much common question in your exam papers, so you need to careful very much on this. Normally, we study the symmetry elements of methane molecule inside a cube. So this is your one hydrogen atom, this is your another hydrogen atom, and this is another one, this is another one, H1, H2, H3, H4. This is your carbon atom, and likewise the molecule is going to appear. So in this cube also we can write like this. So how the C2 axes are going to come? The axis going through this plane will be 1 C2. Then the molecule cut into two halves. That means you can rotate the molecule through this plane. And if you think about another rotation axis like this, this is also C2. And you can think about this axis also. So this is going through these two sides. So altogether 3 C2s are possible. Then I already explained you how the C3 are coming. This is just look like this. We already studied ammonia molecule. We can think like this pyramid, so we can rotate in this way. So that is C3 axis. This H goes there, this H goes there. So altogether 2 C3s are there because C3 2 is also possible. But here we have 4 groups, 4 axes. So 4 into 2, 8 C3s are possible. Then we want to see how the sigma D is possible. So this is your cube. And this is one atom, this is another atom. These are the 4 atoms. And if you think about a plane like this, that cuts these 2 atoms in the middle, this will be your sigma D. Same like this, you can think about 6 sigma Ds. Just think about how the other sigma Ds are coming in this cube. That's very much possible. And S6 also possible. S4 is also possible. If the S4 is possible, definitely there should be C4 axis. So you can write like this. If you write like this, if you rotate the molecule by 90 degrees, that means C4 through this axis. This H atom comes here, this H atom goes there, this H atom goes there. H1, H2, H3, H4. So surely your next configuration will be like this. So this is your H1 now. This is your H2 now. And this is your H3 and this is your H4. Then you want to put a mirror plane. That mirror plane is a sigma H. So that cuts these two parts into two halves. So H3 and H4 will be cut similarly. So you can write that structure also. And those two structures are indistinguishable to each other. So you can take 6S4 because if the S4 is possible, if the C4 is there, C4-3 also there. So you can take 6S4. So this is the methane molecule. So up to now we have discussed a lot of problems, lot of working examples. So like that you want to see how the symmetry elements are going to come and how to determine the Schoenfeld symbols or the point groups. So in addition to the symmetry elements or defining the number of symmetry operations in a given molecule, you need to know the Cartesian coordinates also. If you have a point which has a configuration like this, which has x, y, z direction, that means three-dimensional configuration. This is your x, this is your z, this is your y. If you perform inversion I, what will happen? You know, in the center of inversion, we just put a straight line and see in the same distance, is there a particular atom, is there or not. So if you put a straight line here, there should be another x is here, and in this z also there should be another z. In y also there should be another y. That means rotating the molecule around 180 degrees. But whole the molecule, whole the axis will be rotated. So your resultant configuration will be like this. This plus z going downside into minus z. Here plus x going this side minus x. This plus y going this side minus y. So after the performing the inversion operation, the configuration of your Cartesian coordinates will be like this. So how the things comes, x, y, z will be converted into minus x, minus y, minus z. So this is the inversion operation. Then what will happen if you put a mirror plane like this? This is your x, this is your z, this is your y. You put a mirror plane xz. Xz, if you are putting a mirror plane xz, that means x and z axes will not change. X and z axes will not change. The other y axis will be changed. So your configuration will be x, z, and y will be negative because here y is pointing toward this. Then after this operation, y will be like this, minus y. X and z axes will not change because here we have applied the plane here. The axes which cover the planes will not change. And proper axis somewhat different to this. How the proper axes are coming? x sat y, you are going to perform C2 operation along sat axis. That means this axis. You are going to rotate the molecule. Then this sat axis will not change, but x and y will be changed into minus directions. So your configuration will be here minus x, here minus y, and this is sat. So you can write x, y, sat. After operation C2Z, it will be minus x, minus y, and sat. So this is the answer. So you can think about how the S2 operation will be come. So these are the things I want to discuss with you today. Please look at all those things very much logically. Don't memorize anything, because these symmetry elements are very much fundamental things for your group theory lesson. So please be careful of symmetry elements and work with that examples. So thank you very much for your kind listening.